Derek Overstreet, founder of the New Millennium Group. We're a financial planning firm. We have advisors standing by right now to take your call. 888-999-6370. The reason you're going to want to call is we're going to help you retire 3 to 5 years before you thought possible. The way we do this is by putting together a step-by-step plan. So if you're one of those people listening and you'd like a plan in writing, give us a call at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or go to utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Some of the most meaningful jewelry you own isn't new. It's inherited. A ring from a grandmother, a necklace full of memories, but no longer your style. Duke's Jewelers reimagines family heirlooms into custom pieces you'll actually wear and love. Working one-on-one, Duke's designers honor the original story while creating something fresh and modern. Don't let meaningful jewelry sit unused. Let it live on beautifully. Visit Duke's Jewelers in Springville or online at dukesjewelers.com, where old stories become new treasures.
DJ and PK, the Utah Mammoth erased a 2-0 first period deficit on the way to their second straight 6-2 victory on the road. 6-2 the final. Thursday night in Seattle to pick up their 39th victory of the year, and they've got a 5-point lead now on that first wildcard spot they hold on to in the Western Conference. 5 points up on the latest team to take over the second wildcard spot in the NHL, the San Jose Sharks. Mammoth will be back in action coming up tomorrow, 5 p.m. in Vancouver, 4 p.m. Hockey Night in Utah right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. For the Mammoth, Logan Cooley would once again get the scoring started in the first period on the power play, and with his 21st of the year, getting Utah on the board.
Schmaltz all the way across. Cooley looks in, shoots and scores! Another power play goal. That one coming from Logan Cooley.
So 2-1 at the first intermission. It looked like it was 3-1 Seattle, but the Mammoth challenged that. Gravel-Melka was interfered with, and a 3-1 lead for Seattle would be overturned back to 2-1, and the Mammoth had quickly pounced on that opportunity to tie it up. Logan Cooley again, 22nd of the year, making it 5 goals in his last 3 games, and we were tied just past the halfway point.
Feeds one in front, rebound, they score, and guess who? Logan Cooley's got his second of the game.
Mammoth wouldn't look back from there. Nick Schmaltz on the power play gives Utah the lead that they would hold on to the rest of the way on his 28th.
Keller towards the middle in front for Schmaltz, and they score! A beautiful setup between two that have done it so many times. Keller and Schmaltz.
Big insurance goal from J.J. Peterka. His 23rd made it 4-2, 4:39 into the third.
Here's Peterka with a shot. He scores! J.J. Peterka finds the goal column.
And less than 3 minutes after that, Dylan Guenther would get his 37th. It was initially ruled no goal on the ice for goalie interference. Utah challenged that. They'd win again, 37th of the year for Guenther. And Michael Carcone, his 15th on the power play. Mammoth with a 6-2 victory. They sweep the season series from Seattle 3-0, outscoring him 17-6, but they did trail in all 3 games against the Kraken. 5 of Utah's 6 goals in the contest came from their stars, players with 20 goals or more on the season, and Michael Carcone getting his 15th. Gravel-Melka stops 25 of 27 for his 34th victory of the season as the Mammoth opened April with a victory. Let's hear what Nick Schmaltz, hear what he had to say after the contest.
After Seattle took a 2-0 start, you guys just kept chipping away and keep pushing at it. What did you see out of your team as they continued to stick with the game and then explode with goals in the second and third?
Yeah, I thought we had a tough start there. They were kind of all over us, and we stuck with it. And I thought that power play in the first got us going a little bit and got us some momentum going in the locker room. And then I thought we took over in the second and played a great third period too.
3 straight games which this team has had multiple power play goals. When you look at the addition of Cooley and just the effort from everyone, now that these goals are falling, what are some of the biggest takeaways about why you guys are so successful with not only chances but goals?
Yeah, I think we're doing a better job shooting the puck. I think a lot of times we look for the perfect play and it's not there, but I think we're shooting pucks and then making plays off of that, and we got a good attack mindset, and we're doing a really good job of recovering loose pucks and keeping possession time.
2 pretty monumental decisions from your video staff with Hunter Cherney and Alec Ripto. What can you say about the confidence you guys have when they're in charge of reviewing those calls?
Yeah, it's huge. It's a pretty ballsy call, up 4-2 with however much much time left. If they're wrong, they get a power play. So it was a big play, and to go up 5-2 there kind of sealed the deal for us. So that's big time.
Nick, it seemed like patience was a big deal in the game plan tonight when you got behind. It almost seems like one of those games back in January where you were patient and then kind of went attack mode.
Yeah, for sure. I think we knew it was going to be a tight checking game, and both teams really needed to get 2 points tonight.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Sure. Once upon a time, a mom needed a new car.
Was she brave?
She was tired, mostly. But she went to Carvana.com and found a great car at a great price. No secret treasure map required.
Did you have to fight a dragon?
Nope. She bought it 100% online. From her bed, actually.
Was it scary?
Honey, it was as unscary as car buying could be.
Did the car have a sunroof?
It did, actually.
Okay, good story.
Car buying you'll want to tell stories about. Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
What did you see in terms of the mentality?
Yeah, I think we were sloppy in the first half. We were just not executing. We were throwing pucks away. We weren't moving our feet. And then as the game went along, we started getting a little more pace and started getting some extended ozone time and tiring them up and making play defense, which is always tough.
Schmaltz's 28th of the year came on the power play. Utah now 8 for their last 15 on the power play. At least 2 power play goals in 3 straight games for the first time this year. They scored 3 power play goals on Thursday night in Seattle. And the penalty kill, best in the NHL since March 15th, 21 for the last 22. Let's hear from J.J. Peterka after the contest.
JJ, after Seattle took that 2-0 lead, you guys just kept chipping away, kept staying patient, had those opportunities. What did you see out of your team progressing with their play throughout the second and third periods for the battle?
I think it took us a little bit to get in the game. After that, I think good pace. We played hard. We got pucks behind him. And, I think just kept playing our game.
With the playoff race right now, this was a significant win. How will you take this confidence and momentum into the second half of this road trip?
Well, we know how big that was. And I think just building off it, especially those last games, it's so important, those little details. And I think we can take away a lot from today. And like I said, I think just building off it.
What was the message going into the second period and even the third period to get back into that execution you wanted to see from your group?
Just playing our game. I think that was the main focus. We got carried away a little bit at the start, but I think second period, third, we just kept pushing the gas pedal.
What's been different about this power play? I mean, obviously that's the addition of Cooley, but what's been different about the execution of it? Maybe even a month ago up to the last couple of games.
Confidence, I think. We're out there making plays, getting opportunities, and I think just shooting more. I think that's the main factor right now.
And when you guys are able to solidify this position where you're at in the wild card and the playoffs, a bunch of you guys haven't necessarily gone through this before, but where you're at right now, how does that push you forward?
I think it just gives us confidence. I think we're in a really good spot right now, and just gotta keep pushing. I think the road trip is really important for us. Big game in Vancouver, but I think just
Utah able to get things rolling, down 2-0 in the first after playing on 4 days rest. It was the first time this year in 4 games that they won a game playing on 4 days rest, losing coming out of Christmas, the Olympic break, and after 5 days off, returning to action in November. But soldiering through this one, Karel Vejmelka was solid, and Utah picks up the victory. 7 games left now on the regular season. Mammoth home on Tuesday with Edmonton. 3 home games next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
A huge game from our special team. Obviously starting the game not the way we wanted. We knew we'll have a little bit of rust. They didn't play for 4 days, but like the way the guys respond, obviously, like I just said, our power play got us going. Then our PK was rock solid, and I think we got better during the game. From every period, every shift, we got better.
That first challenge really turned momentum back for Utah, and then the second challenge helped you get the game as well. What can you say about the video staff, but also your team responding to that and taking that momentum with it?
Yeah, I like to keep the credit on the player, but this one, I need to give some credit to Hunter and his group. I think they did a really good job. As much as the one we challenged and the one we didn't challenge, in the sense of I think that was the right call. So good job by them.
How did your team sharpen their play in the second and third period?
Well, like I said, I think we're a little bit rusty at the beginning, but I think we were better. I don't think we played was not a Picasso, was not the best game we played, but we find a way. You cannot always expect to play your A game. To expect every night you go in and you will play your A game, you execute, you will have the intensity, the reads. It's not the way it happens. So you need to be able to pull it, and win games when your game is not as sharp. And I think we did tonight. Like I said, special team were huge. Timing of the goal, guys stayed with it. We had soul, we had spirit on the bench. So I love the way we did it.
Some of the offensive numbers, the chances off the cycle, off the rush, high danger, lopsided. What did you see in terms of the execution from some of those opportunities that we haven't necessarily seen in the past?
Yeah, it's a team on the other side who clogged the middle, but I like the way we respond, like I said, in the second and the third, in the sense. In the first, I didn't like the pace we had offensively. We were letting them get 5 above and close the middle, but we were not fast enough in the way we were attacking, and we were looking for the next best play. So I really like the way we turned it around, and our D were good at putting puck through in the second period, and we used the top of the zone. And I always say that when you play against a team who pack it in, if you don't have offense from your D, it's easier to shut down.
We'll be talking all about it on Mammoth Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Utah Mammoth YouTube page, Mammoth Plus, and SEG Plus. Also have a bonus edition of the mailbag for you coming up at our Friday free-for-all and our local hockey segment. We'll talk to a former Grizzly who just led the Vernal Oilers to their second straight championship season. All coming up on your Friday Mammoth Daily. Back with you tomorrow at 5. Hockey Night in Utah. Pregame coverage starting at 4 before the face-off in Vancouver.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.